I'm Ryan Krantz, and this is the Stable of Leadership. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to do a video for the first time in over 3 years. The last time I did a video on the Stable of Leadership, I was at Fort Bliss getting ready to go to Iraq. The whole concept of the Blackjack Self-Study Program wasn't even crossing my mind at that point because I had no idea that I would be lucky enough to be able to command this squadron later down the road. The self-development aspect came later, but I didn't have as many Twitter followers, and I certainly didn't have as many Medium followers at the time. So it didn't get a lot of responses, and there was no discussion that resulted from it. Let's hope it changes today. So today we're going to talk about Blackjack Self-Study Program number 52, Trust and Integrity. And we took an article from INC.com published 2 weeks ago that took an interview with Nick Foles, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, after their game against the Chicago Bears in the NFL playoffs. Regardless of your personal thoughts on the National Football League, the Philadelphia Eagles, or Nick Foles as a player, you have to admit what he's been able to do over the past 2 seasons has been pretty remarkable. Part of his success is talent, but a significant portion is his leadership and emotional intelligence in leadership. Much has been said about the parallels of war and football. The language that we use, the blitz, the long bomb, a game of inches, fighting in the trenches. All imagery and words describing both an athletic endeavor and that most unforgiving human contest of combat. The parallels of leadership are even more appropriate as leaders in both activities are ultimately attempting to motivate others towards success. Clearly, some businesses and professions are different than others, and ours is no exception. Trust is an often misconstrued term, as trust is often seen as hands-off. I trust you to do the right thing. By saying that, it abdicates me the responsibility to back-check and to ensure things have been done properly. When one uses the term trust, the automatic response should immediately be, in what? Trust can be widely arching and lack specificity in the expected outcome. Blind trust in the execution of a task or mission with adverse results or results the truster didn't ultimately expect can actually erode the intent behind the term and thus erode trust. Far stronger is a belief in the trust in the integrity of the individual. Just as I explained in the Leadership Operations Overlay, trust is the release point towards the objective of mission command, to use the language of Army leadership doctrine. I must trust you will operate within intent and in accordance with morals, values, and ethics, and impeccable tactical and technical proficiency. More importantly, I trust that you will operate within the constraints and limitations set before you to execute with integrity, to accomplish the mission, or to seek help when necessary. Integrity, stronger than trust, is a belief in the self-policing aspect in one's work. To do things with integrity means the honesty and courage to admit failure or request help when necessary. Trust in the integrity of the individual to do the right thing, even when no one is there to monitor. It sounds an awful lot like an Army value. Question for discussion, you could do either on the Medium site or at me at CavRTK on Twitter, is what in your mind is the difference between trust and integrity, and why are both so important in our profession? Thanks for watching, and I look forward to the dialogue.